What is the biggest star in the universe? We all know the Sun. It lights our days, warms our planet, and sits at the center of our solar system. But compared with some stars in the universe, the Sun is actually pretty small. Let's start with home. Earth is about 7,900 miles, or 12,700 kilometers across. That sounds enormous. But now place Earth next to the Sun. Suddenly our planet looks tiny. The Sun is about 109 times wider than Earth. You could line up roughly 109 Earths across the Sun's diameter. And by volume, about 1.3 million Earths could fit inside the Sun. The Sun is already almost impossible to imagine. But it is only the beginning, because there are stars hundreds and even thousands of times wider than our Sun. Meet Betelgeuse. This giant red star sits in the constellation Orion. It is one of the most famous giant stars in the night sky. Betelgeuse is around 700 times wider than our Sun. That's like lining up roughly 700 suns from one side of the star to the other. And that's only its width. By volume, hundreds of millions of Earths could fit inside a star this large. If Betelgeuse replaced our Sun, its surface would stretch far beyond the orbit of Mercury. And we're only getting started. Next is Antares. Antares is another enormous red supergiant, located about 550 light-years away. Its diameter is roughly 680 times the diameter of our Sun. That puts it in roughly the same enormous range as Betelgeuse. But now we're ready to make another jump, because the next star takes us even farther. Now things get much more extreme. This is WOH Scuti. For years, WOH Scuti was famous as one of the largest known stars. Its reported size puts it at around 900 times wider than our Sun. That's about 30% wider than Antares. If you thought hundreds of suns across was enormous, we're approaching 1,000. But even WOH Scuti isn't the end. Now meet WOH Canis Majoris. This red hypergiant is one of the most enormous stars we've known. Its diameter is estimated to be around 1,400 times that of our Sun. That's more than 50% wider than WOH Scuti. Visualize what you just saw from WOH Scuti. It would take roughly 1,400 suns to travel across one end of the star to the other. Incredible. But the universe has even larger monsters. WOH G64 is a huge red supergiant in the Large Magellanic Cloud, a neighboring galaxy of the Milky Way. One commonly reported estimate puts it at around 1,500 times wider than our Sun. That means 1,500 suns could stretch across its diameter. That's a little larger than WOH Canis Majoris. The difference may not sound huge, but remember what we're comparing. Now we come to NML Cygni. This enormous red hypergiant is thousands of light-years away in the constellation Cygnus. Its estimated size has been placed at well over 1,000 times wider than our Sun, with some estimates reaching more than 2,000 times the Sun's width. At these sizes, the numbers become almost impossible to picture, and by volume, billions of Earths could fit inside. If you placed a star this large where our Sun sits, its surface could stretch across a huge portion of our solar system. But there is still one final giant. This is Stephenson 218, and this is where the scale becomes truly ridiculous. Its estimated diameter is about 4,300 times wider than our Sun, and that's only the width. By volume, roughly 10 billion suns could fit inside a star this enormous. And remember, our Sun can already hold about 1.3 million Earths. So if Stephenson 218 replaced our Sun at the center of our solar system, its surface would reach roughly to the region of Saturn's orbit. From Earth, the Sun looks enormous. But compared with the largest stars we've recorded, our Sun is just a speck. And our planet? even smaller. We started with Earth, a world about 7,900 miles across. Then we moved to the Sun, a star wide enough to line up 109 Earths across it. And then we kept going. 700 suns, 900 suns, 1,400 suns, 1,500 suns, more than 2,000 suns, and finally, around 4,300 suns across. The universe doesn't just make things bigger, it makes our idea of big almost impossible to comprehend. And somewhere out there may be stars even larger than the ones we've discovered.